Would you love to see a game like Assassin's Creed Black Flag and the ship combat in that turned into a survival game? Well, I've got the game just for you. This is Crosswind. We've already covered the game in quite a lot of detail, but recently the team have released a load more gameplay footage, including some boss fights, and as well as that, some bits and bobs on how the building system is going to work. Unfortunately, no more news yet on how the ship combat is going to come together, but I'm still very excited for that. That is probably the most exciting part of Crosswind. They've modelled the ship combat all around Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and I'm very excited for it. Now, if you don't know what it is a pirate survival game. It is PvE and does have some PvP elements. It is an MMO set in the Age of Piracy. Now, if it sounds good, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more Crosswind. We're going to be covering this as and when the team release more footage, and I cannot wait for this game to release. It's coming soon. We have no actual release date or anything like that yet, or a release window. We've just got a coming soon. It's developed by Crosswind crew and published by the same guys. Now, they don't have a development history, but this game looks awesome. Everything that we've seen so far looks really, really good. And I know looks can be deceiving, but I'm very hopeful about this one. So let's jump in and have a look at what the team have to say. First things first, they've got a brand new raw gameplay footage trailer, which they've not really posted on anything, which is strange. They've only posted it on their Steam page. So let's have a look at what this is. Now, this is a 2.5-minute gameplay trailer, and it focuses on Botson the pirate. Now, as you can see here, the combat looks quite good. I like the map, I like the graphic style. I didn't think I would at first, but the combat, I think knife combat looks a little bit weird. I'm not 100% sure on it, if I'm completely honest. I like it, but I don't know if I do like it. I'm very, very mixed feelings on this. I like the whole system along the bottom, how we've got the usual, hotbar, and then bottom left, we've got what looks to be sort of like your food items that you'll be able to consume, and then we've got that potion on there as well as a pistol and some form of rifle. Now, in this video, there is also a boss fight, which will come through in just a second. I do like the overall sort of DPS and the numbers on screen. That combat style looks quite cool, but the swordplay looks really finicky and weird. Overall, though, I like the hood and everything like that. I think that's quite cool. The weapons look pretty awesome. Obviously, we're going to have more detail as it progresses through, and they do have a defined skill system. So this could be very early gameplay. It could be the start of the game, you wake up, you've gathered a couple of random bits that are useful to you. The hotbar looks really empty, so maybe they don't want to show everything yet. And here is Bosun, the pirate that we're taking on. Now, I like this combat, though. The sword play, a bit weird, but the boss and the way the boss moves looks really fluid. He's not reacting to any of the hits, though, which is a bit strange. So I feel like that could make you feel a little bit underwhelmed in the actual combat itself. But I love the idea of sort of regional boss fights locked in. They didn't do anything like that on Black Flag. I know they've said on this that their combat around the ships is heavily focused, but I don't know how much of the gameplay is going to be that Black Flag style ship combat. They've shown so much of it, but no details of it. This is all the detail we've got on, being able to go around. And I think me, as well as a lot of other people, we want to see that ship combat in full. We've seen snippets, but nothing major. Now, that was random. His lunch is getting cold. But that is the first bit of real unedited gameplay that we've seen so far. And a few days later, they also released a devlog. Now, they've got dev bloopers, which is a video, which I'll play in the background as I read through a lot of this. This is a really big devlog with loads of cool stuff in it, such as shelter, crosswind, how the settlements are going to work, loads and loads of cool stuff in it. I really love the building. I think the building aspect is going to be a sort of mix of Ark, which I'm quite excited for. I do enjoy building, but I hope this sort of transfers over to the shipbuilding as well. Now, as well as finding lots of bugs and glitches, they've also done a lot of work on the building and shelters. Now, the bugs and glitches are playing in the background. Some of them are actually quite funny. It is muted because the music is very weird. But yeah, it's awesome. And they've said Crosswind all about self-expression, progression, and shaping the world. Every structure should feel rooted in its biome and echo the story that you're living. From your first humble towering shack to the towering forts that you'll be able to build, construction aims to remain a seamless part of the adventure. And I love this first little cabin here, built into the surrounding area. Whether we can actually dig out bits or build and remove things, I'm not 100% sure, but I do love just how this looks overall. The team have said that their philosophy is simple. We've designed it to be as welcome and intuitive as possible. You'll need a basic roof to rest and shelter to house your workbenches, but beyond that, it's entirely up to you how far you take it. Whether you prefer the simplicity of a quick shelter or dream of building a sprawling pirate haven, our goal is to shape a system that supports your pace, style, and imagination. It's a work in progress, of course, and as part of a long journey, we're committed to making that first step feel approachable and rewarding. And as you can see, here's a few of the standard building pieces that you'll be able to use in Crosswind. So we've got the usual stairs, the windows, and I love the look of this little house. Whether that's some sort of hut that we can get into and look out, I'm not sure. I think it's just a chimney, but the doorway there looks pretty much the same as that. So whether we can go up there and have a sort of lookout tower, I don't know. But they say that their core principles in building are simple, flexible, and beautiful. Newcomers, minimalists who need a roof, that is there if you want to go through that. Efficiency lovers can get fine-grained tools, procedurals, precise angle rotation, optional snapping, nudging, and in-menu building previews will show exactly how pieces affix before that they have it. Our unofficial benchmark: if a determined captain can't kitbash a passable Millennium Falcon, then we need to loosen up our rules. For those that prefer beauty and treat design as endgame content, snapping can be turned off, small detail pieces can be layered freely, and decor can be stacked to your heart's content. For those that value the speed flow, they have a quick brush mode. Just hold the left mouse button and sweep your cursor to put down walls, floors, roofs, and more in a single satisfying motion. Creativity and efficiency shouldn't be at odds. With tools like this, they won't have to be, which I really do like. And as you can see, the way that building style just flows, it's really quite good. Having those smaller pieces as well allows you to have a much more free-flowing building menu. And I enjoy building towards the end of a game, getting everything up and running and having a beautiful home settlement. And it looks like Crosswind's going to allow you to do that. I do hope that that carries over somewhat to the ships, but I'm not 100% sure on how that's going to go. As well as that, they are performance-minded. We're going to be stress testing to find out how many blocks you can stack before flame rate even flinches. The goal is a hell of a lot, and we're going to do our best to ensure that. With ongoing optimization, ambitious architects won't have to choose between grand scale and smooth FPS. Now, going back to my first question about whether we'll be able to move the terrain around, and terraforming is something that they want to add. It is early and very primitive, but they want to allow you to shape the ground and prepare the terrain for your builds, which I really love that idea. I absolutely love that we'll be able to move the ground around us and create a forming base into a landscape if that is what we want to do. But before terraforming and building a base, simple things are going to be added. You'll need things like bedrolls and campfires and makeshift roofs. But soon you'll be able to add workbenches, kilns, and palisades, just places to upgrade modules next to any workstation to unlock new tiers. Want to toss your tools around wherever is convenient? Go for it. Prefer to build a majestic blacksmith's hall with every detail in place? You'll be able to do that too. And there's no penalties either way. It's all about your style with no restrictions. Comfort works the same way. Hang trophies wherever you like, and the settlement counts their bonuses automatically. Beauty is optional, utility never is. Chase pure efficiency or indulge your inner architect. Either way, you'll get every perk with 0 debuffs. In Crosswind, the world may be full of myths and wonders, but it's still grounded to a sense of physical logic. That's why we're also introducing building integrity, a system that gently nudges structures to follow the natural rules of the world that they exist in. No floating towers or endless bridges stretching across the sea. It's not to stifle your creativity, but to create your creations feeling rooted, believable, and in harmony with the world around them. After all, building should feel like a natural extension of the journey, woven into the fabric of your swashbuckling fantasy, in a world inspired by the spirit of Treasure Island and classic high tea sales. High tea sales? High sea tales. Every fort, dock, and lookout should feel like it belongs, each one a testament to the adventure that has shaped it. We're also adding an internally called aesthetic merging, a system designed to make modular builds feel more natural and cohesive, instead of obvious seams and visual clutter between the individual pieces that you place. This tech is going to help smooth out transitions, so even complex constructions should look unified and handcrafted rather than Lego stacked bricks. It's still a work in progress, but we believe it'll go a long way in helping your creations feel much more real and lived in structures rather than systems showing you through it. Now, the building will also focus a lot on the progression. Losing everything if you're offline is the worst, so there's plenty of safeguards included. Construction as well. Your personal story islands are private by default, solo or invite only co-op, no random visitors. And just to reassure you, during up-and-coming playtests, all building will take place in safe zones only. No raids, no base wipes, no lost progression. Build at your own pace, focus on fun, and help us shape what comes next. As the game evolves and new features are added, we will need to occasionally reset progress between playtest phases. With so much changing under the hood, occasional wipes will be necessary in the future to keep things stable. That said, in the long run, your personal world and its progress is meant to be yours. The core concept won't change that. The future plans of the game, they are there. Not everyone dreams of timber and stone. If building's not your thing, we're doing our best to keep the experience smooth, flexible, and never overwhelming. You'll be able to set up what you need and jump back into the adventure. Looking further ahead, we're going to be getting wanderers, merchants, quest givers, or would-be crewmates that will occasionally arrive at your settlement. You'll be able to recruit them and gather materials, craft gear, support your progression over time. These visitors are the first step towards a broader crew system that connects the people you meet on land with the roles they'll take aboard your ship. We're still ironing out a lot of details, but we're happy to see that this direction is resonating with the core of you. Now, the team have said that this is just the start of the future devlogs that they're going to be doing. They're going to be doing tons of these, and we know that the people want to see more. So they're working on a whole host of devlogs already, getting them ready for future releases, which is great news, and I'm very excited. I do hope that we see a lot more when it comes to the ships and the ship combat. I know I've said it several times in the video already, but I think that for me is definitely going to be a selling point of this game. I'm very excited to see how that comes together. From what we've seen already, it looks very, very good, very well rounded, especially in that early access and alpha phase that they're going through. I'm glad that they've worked so hard already to get all of that up and running, and I can't wait to see more of it. Let me know what you guys think about Crosswinds in the comments down below though. For now though, we are going to wrap that one up there. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for much more Crosswind news as and when we get it.